I often refer to menopause as the perfect storm for weight gain because at that time in a woman's life, there are many factors that converge to encourage weight gain. We can't change everything, but we can change enough to interrupt the storm and reverse the consequences. In this video, I explain what we are up against and what we can do to get in control. The average age for menopause is 51, and as we approach or enter that fifth decade of our lives, changes take place that impact how our bodies utilize the calories we take in. For instance, it's not uncommon for our muscle mass to decrease with age. Muscles are very energy demanding tissue, so with less on your body, you require fewer calories to run your metabolism. And we also see from the research that the decline in sex hormones that come with menopause further reduces the energy that we expend at rest, which further reduces the number of calories we need to make it through our day. And the drop in estrogen also changes the way fat is distributed on the body, with fat being more easily deposited in the belly area than in the hips and thighs. And when you carry more fat around your waist, it contributes to something referred to as insulin resistance, which literally means that your cells resist insulin's attempt to give them energy. So that energy, which is mainly in the form of sugar, stays in your blood, and this sets us up for weight gain in two ways. First, because your cells aren't getting the energy, cravings are triggered to get you to bring in more of it, right? More energy. Second, your body pumps out more insulin to try to force your cells to take up the sugar. And since insulin is a storage hormone, when it is high, you are storing energy and not releasing it. So the fat that is stored on your body can't get released, and the vicious cycle or the perfect storm is started. And if we add to that things like sugar in our diets, a lack of exercise, high stress, and poor sleep, and the storm gets even stronger. So we can't turn back the hands of time, but there are effective things that we can do to short circuit the storm and lose weight after menopause. And it comes down to accepting how our bodies have changed and giving them what they need so we can get what we want. And there are two things to focus on. The first thing is making insulin's job easier. You know, many of the factors that work against us as we age have to do with insulin resistance. The solution is to lessen insulin's workload, and you do that by making better food choices, specifically choices that do not raise your blood sugar. Because when there's a lot of sugar in your blood, your body needs to pump out a lot of insulin to move that out of there. There are 3 macronutrients that we get from our diet. They are carbs, protein, and fat, and each one of these nutrients affects your blood sugar differently. Carbs raise your blood sugar and insulin the most. Protein causes a modest rise, and dietary fats cause little or no rise in blood sugar and insulin. So it makes sense that if you want to lessen insulin's workload, the first thing to do is pay attention to the carbohydrates that you are eating. But carbs come in many forms, from cookies to broccoli, right? So they run the gamut from unhealthy to healthy, and that can make picking the right ones somewhat confusing. But we can categorize carbs so that it is easy to rank them from the poorest choices to the best. So basically, the more a carb is refined, the quicker it will be absorbed into your body and spike your blood sugar. On the flip side, the more a carbohydrate resembles the original plant that it came from, the slower it will move through digestion, and therefore the less it will impact your blood sugar. So with that in mind, you want to cut out the refined carbs, which are the ones that you often hear me talk about, which are the 3 C's, right? The cookies, cakes, and candies. You'll also find that it will help to reduce starchy carbs, which are your grains, potatoes, and corn. And even in their whole state, they have a low fiber to carb ratio, so they can be a problem for stubborn metabolisms. You may also find that you do best when you limit fruit. Now, fruit has fiber and nutrients, but too much of it can make it hard for a weight-resistant body to lose weight. The carbs you want in your diet are the non-starchy vegetables, and these are vegetables that you would normally think of putting on a salad, like leafy greens and peppers and onions, as well as side dish style veggies like broccoli and cauliflower. So getting the right carbs into your diet will help you lose weight after menopause, but the refined carbs, when they're gone, need to be replaced by something that is going to be satisfying. And this is the second thing to focus on, and where dietary fats become important after menopause. Dietary fats have the least impact on blood sugar and insulin, and in fact they stabilize your blood sugar, making it easier for you to control hunger. However, like carbs, there is a difference in health value when it comes to fatty foods. Whole fats are healthy fats and come from both plant and animal sources, and these would be things like nuts and seeds and avocados and high quality meats, high quality dairy products and fish. Oil can also be healthy, but choosing the right one is important because the oil you choose will impact the health of your cell membranes. And you want healthy cell membranes because they are what allow for the transport of hormones into your cells. Good choices are olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil. The oils to avoid are vegetable oils, of which there are many, including soybean oil, corn, sunflower, and safflower oil. These oils will degrade when exposed to heat, so they are not good for cooking, and they can also promote inflammation inside of your body, which leads to disease as we get older. So there are things that we can do to disrupt weight gain after menopause, and there are things we can do to improve insulin sensitivity, like being more physically active and not eating late at night. But you'll see the most progress when you eat in a way that keeps your blood sugar stable. So start by cutting out the refined carbs and taking in the right fats, and you will create an internal environment that favors fat burning. If you're not sure how to get the sugar and refined carbs out of your diet, or even if, what that would look like, I encourage you to learn my 0123 strategy for weight loss, which you can download for free on my website, drbeckyfitness.com. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are alerted to my next video. Till then, have a great week.